seen by the people of Ethiopia and Egypt, to which Typhon the king of that period gave his name. It had a fiery appearance and was twisted like a coil, and it was very grim to behold. It was not really a star so much as what might be called a ball of fire. All right? Now, we're going to talk about a character that played a role in Pliny's life. His name was King Yuba. King Yuba, when he was young, his father was killed by Julius Caesar because King Yuba I had aligned himself with the Pompeian forces. And as Julius Caesar's forces overran Mauritania, he killed King Yuba I, and the little King Yuba II was taken back to Rome, where he wrote an entire digest of history. He traveled all over the Mediterranean. He traveled throughout the Atlantic. And all through the 10 volumes of Pliny, if anyone cares to read them, they are quite interesting. King Yuba II is just hailed by Pliny. He loves the guy. He talks about him all the time as King Yuba. He goes, there's absolutely no one that knows more about the Atlantic Ocean than King Yuba II. No one that knows more about Arabia than Yuba II. No one that knows the Mediterranean and how to get around better than King Yuba II. And so he refers, Pliny states in his work that he is copying or retelling stories that King Yuba had written down. But King Yuba's works are lost. And Yuba, bear in mind, we never did have the J. Can you guys see this? We never had the J until like the 1600s. It was like this. Yuba, which in the old Numidian would have been like this. Or the B would have had a dot in it, or the B could have been a long square. But Yuba, this symbol for the B, would mean that it had an A sound following it, a consonantal A. And Yuba plays a big role in all of this that has happened in Illinois. He, his brother-in-law, and his wife are very, very important players in what happened. Now, going back again, in verse 22, in Pliny, the tub star presents the shape of a cask with a smoky light all around it. The horned star has the shape of a horn, like the one that appeared when Greece fought the decisive battle of Salamis. The torch star resembles glowing torches. The horse star looks like horses' manes, in very rapid motion, revolving in a circle. Also, there occurs a shining comet whose silvery tresses glow so brightly that it is scarcely possible to look at it, and which displays within it a shape in the likeness of a man's countenance. All right? Could you please turn the lights out? Let's look at some artifacts from Illinois for a second. This is one of the tablets from Illinois. And a lot of times on the tablets, what you'll see is you'll see the shape of the rock actually used in the formation of whatever the subject material is. And this one, there are certain rocks that draw people to them. You guys probably understand that more than I do. I'm not attracted particularly to a stone or not. But this particular one, the photographer that shot the photographs with the red background was Virginia Horrigan, who lives in New York City. And this particular stone, she took several shots of it, and from all the angles, it clearly shows that it's some kind of vessel, some kind of ship with a guy's head in it. And he doesn't look like a regular human being, simply because the artifacts that depict humans clearly depict humanoids. And the radiance across the top of the head is often used to depict some type of glow, some type of radiance or film of some sort. And it's often depicted on several of these tablets. I have seen many more tablets than I'm going to be able to show you as far as slides go, which you just have to take my word for it that there are plenty more than what I have to show you here today. I only put these together with what I had in my own collection. Now let's see if we can get this thing to work here.
Aramaic artifacts, but that you did see forms of script known as the Iberian script and also very close to the Etruscan script. So then after being able to translate some of the words, I was determined that it was basically Italic people, mainly settlers from Spain and North Africa, that wrote this script, because in Rome itself the script developed more into the modern script, but it took longer, perhaps a century longer, for it to develop into the Latin script and the provincials. This is why you see this type of script in this archaic form of Latin. I've been also able to detect hieroglyphs as well as the North African Numidian script that has been used at that time. Okay, now to describe some decipherments of more artifacts. Okay, this is one of the artifacts from the Listeria collection. It is called the whale stone, because basically it has a little picture of a whale. If some of you might have seen yesterday, I pointed out on the reverse of this stone, it can be available for you viewing later on, there is a ship in the back that has an emblem on the sail, which is identical to the Haisar that I translated from Numidian as Caesar. That kept me wondering a little while, but I made the connection that it is actually a symbol of the port city from where it comes from, which is the city of Yol Caesarea, the capital of Mauritania under King Yuba. And this is why you see that symbol, and I believe the part in Oklahoma showing Haisar is a symbol for Yol Caesarea, that we came from there and we're colonists from there, or boundary mark. Okay, let's look at the stone here.
الكاتب الامريكي فرانك جوزيف كتب كتاب عنوانه The Last Treasure of the King يوبا II، الكنز الاخير للملك يوبا الثاني. وفي هذا الكتاب يحكي قصة اكتشاف مثير قام به باحث امريكي سنة 1980 راسل باروس. قام باكتشاف مثير جدا في منطقة إلينويس في الحدود الغربية لولاية ميسوري. اكتشف في كهف في تلك المنطقة، اكتشف كنز حقيقي عبارة عن تابوت مطرز بالذهب، مجموعة من المجوهرات، مجموعة من العمل النقدية الذهبية، مجموعة من الأسلحة والأواني. بعد 10 سنوات من الدراسة الدقيقة لهذه العينات، أكد العالم والباحث كوك المشرف على هذه العمليات، أكد فرضية ونظرية أن هذا الكنز وهذا التابوت يعود لملك أمازيغي عاش في شمال إفريقيا نواحي القرن الأول والقرن الثاني للميلاد، يعني قبل النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم، قبل الإسلام ب4 إلى 5 قرون تقريبا. هذا الملك وهو الملك الأمازيغي المعروف هو يوبا الثاني، ابن الملك يوبا الأول وزوج الملكة كليوباترا السليني، ابنة الملكة المصرية المشهورة جدا كليوباترا. الملك يوبا الثاني كان ملك مملكة أمازيغية في شمال إفريقيا، يعني شمال الجزائر حاليا ومع شمال المغرب، وكانت العاصمة نتاعها هي مدينة شرشال الجزائرية، وما زال الآثار تاع المملكة نتاعها لحد الآن موجودة في شرشال، منطقة شرشال ومنطقة سيبازا، وضريح نتاعها ضريح يوبا الثاني معروف في منطقة سيبازا باسم قبر الرومية. قصة هذا الملك هي قصة غريبة، يعني الاكتشاف هذا اكتشاف الأمريكي يؤكد الأسطورة يعني كانت متداولة في التاريخ، هو أنه بعد وفاة يوبا الثاني هذا وبعد دفنه في ضريحه المشهور اللي هو قبر الرومية، وفي مرحلة الملك ابنه بطليموس تعرضت المملكة نتاعه لهجوم وتعرض تقريبا شمال إفريقيا ولغزو روماني، ويبدو أن الأمازيغ في تلك المرحلة خشوا على الكنز وعلى ضريح يوبا الثاني من هذا الغزو الروماني، وخشوا أن الرومان يستولوا على ضريح الملك يوبا الثاني وعلى كنزه. الأسطورة تقول أن الأمازيغ قاموا بتهريب ضريح يوبا الثاني ومع كنزه تهريبها نحو جبال الأطلس، ومن جبال الأطلس قطعوا البحر نحو جزر الكناري. الأسطورة تتوقف هنا لتقول أنه لا أحد يعلم أين انتهى كنز ولا أين يوجد التابوت، يعني بعد قرون طويلة يعني، والآن في العصر يعني في نهاية القرن العشرين يتم اكتشاف أنه حقيقة أنه هذا التابوت تابوت الملك يوبا الثاني وصل إلى شمال الأمريكي. هذه المعلومة هي معلومة مذهلة يعني، وبحث مذهل حقيقي يؤكد يعني مجموعة من الآراء غير معروفة يعني، والدور يعني عند العلماء الغربيين انه يبدو انه ليس الاوروبيين هم الاول من اكتشف امريكا. ملحمه تهريب كنز يوبا وضريح يوبا يعني كان حدث قبل 15 القرن تقريبا من رحله كولومبوس، يعني 1500 سنه قبل كولومبوس قام الامازيغ بتهريب ضريح يوبا الثاني. سنه 1976 نشر كاتب امريكي كتاب عنوانه They come before Columbus، لقد وصلوا هنا قبل كولومبوس.